So starting now, we're adding our carbon footprint onto every product we make.
Overall, the reaction has been incredible. This is our most, so we're in 35 countries now.
Yes.
And the most successful launch we ever had was the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And then Japan, and now Korea. We've been anxious to come to the Korean market
Mm-hmm.
because we had a sense that we would be successful given the taste for kind of clean, simple design and an appreciation for what we are doing on material innovation.
Yes.
But we didn't expect such a good response, so we're very pleased. The top selling products at the moment are the sneakers, so like the both the dashers and the runners,
Yeah.
and that's both in wool style and in tree. And we it's fairly consistent with our global consumer, which is it tends to be a little bit on the younger side. People that are in their mid-20s and maybe up to early 30s.
Yeah.
That's pretty consistent around the world, but is true in Korea also so far. Although I'll say it's really early for us to draw any conclusions in Korea, just because we just started. And I would say that we also had a lot of pent-up demand from people who had expressed interest. Seeing right now is simply the people who have been waiting. And so now it will be interesting to see as we start to enter the market more with more strength. We'll see some changes. Yeah, so we have been contacted actually many times, even before we launched in Korea. And subsequently, I'm not sure if they've called us again, but that's happened many times in Korea for us. The retailer's margin, what they usually do for the markup, and we give that back to the consumer. So this is part of the way our strategy is to just invest all in making amazing product and then giving a lot of value to the consumer so that we don't have to charge exorbitant prices. But generally, what we prefer to do is have our own stores. Tokyo is a great example where we have, in the Harajuku region in Tokyo, we have a really wonderful showcase where we have a great store team, amazing salespeople that really are educated on the brand. That and our store connected with our e-commerce site and our digital platforms really bring to life what we think is the best model given where we are in the world in terms of technology evolution. So nothing confirmed, but I know that there's an opportunity for a number of very exciting stores in Korea, and we're definitely interested and are looking into the market. And just walking around the streets of Busan and Seoul, I know that we're going to be a great fit there. And so we all have confidence that this is a place where we'll be opening our own stores. Well, it's obviously tough for everybody. It has accelerated every trend that is happening already. And so the shift to digital is happening more quickly. And fortunately, we're predominantly digital. We shut down all of our retail stores globally for a long period of time. And we have 20 stores today open globally. The fact that we're growing is like really, it's makes me really proud of the team and makes me confident that the consumer is just responding so well. One answer is that it is expensive, and we work with suppliers that are doing incredible innovation, and we co-develop with those suppliers really interesting new products. And usually we don't pay for the research and development, but like we work closely with these vendors, and then the more expensive product, we buy that from our suppliers. And because we are able to sell directly to consumers, we just don't have to mark it up so high because of the retailer. And so we're able to, because of our business model, we're able to absorb a higher cost structure, and we give that to the consumer, which is why the value is so great. I think that's a intuition that many people have, that if it's sustainable, it has to be either it should be more expensive or something is different. And the large companies that are out there, they tend to, first of all, retailers are under pressure because of e-commerce. And so the brands feel pressure to drop price and be more quick, be faster. And so what they tend towards is using synthetic materials from petroleum that are really fast to use, really they're off the shelf, and they essentially use their logo on the side of the shoe to capture the attention of the consumer, rather than actually focusing on innovation on the real materials. And natural materials and sustainable materials are often difficult to work with, and they're slow in terms of the lead time. And so a big company is like, forget it, it's too hard, it's too expensive. So they just ignore those opportunities and focus on a design story. What we focus on is making sure that the material, I'll take merino wool as an example. We go and we utilize ZQ Merino certification, only a specific type of merino fiber, it down to 1 micron in diameter. So we have a 17.5 micron wool that we focus on. I think you should expect another very exciting one later this year. So similar examples coming out this fall, or maybe winter, early winter, with an innovation that we've been working on for close to 2 years. And it has special technical performance components. It's never been used before. And this is the kind of thing we want to put out almost every year. But it's a lot of effort. And so that's what our company is really based on. And the consumer can always feel the difference. And it's always something really special. So that's our constant promise to consumers. But when you succeed at that, the beauty of the product is its simplicity, and it comes out, and the form becomes the beauty of, and the function becomes the form, and that becomes quite beautiful. And so we successful in Korea, and we don't believe that chasing trends and going after like the newest idea for what something very colorful and bright and logo oriented is the right solution. And we think that the world is trending in the direction that we're in. And I do think that, while we don't consider ourselves a fashion company, we have a very distinct style element. And we think it's going to be quite successful in Korea. That said, we love to push the boundaries, and we've done some exciting partnerships. Examples, we just recently announced a collaboration with Adidas. This concept that as a human race, we are in a race to get rid of climate change. And so we collaborated with Adidas on the concept of getting to a neutral product, neutral in terms of the pollution that's created when we produce our products together. Lots of other countries that we will have e-commerce in. Korea is the last and of the very important markets for us. This editing down process for design that matches the Korean taste of that sophisticated design aesthetic, and the direct model that we know is a robust e-commerce ecosystem in Korea, and an appreciation for nature and an appreciation for that natural innovation. Korea is by far it's the last very important market, and it's a critical market for us. So we wanted to make sure we got it right. And so it's taken us 4 years to get to Korea, even though we made our first shoe in Korea, in Busan. And we're really proud to now be a commercial operation selling to Korean consumers. We've been asked so many times in the last 4 years to come to Korea. So we're really proud to do it. It's such an important market for us. And the ones that are remaining are really kind of, they're probably smaller markets.
Our footprint isn't zero yet, but it can be. And so can everyone else's.